the defense in the second half and just that fourth quarter, is it a combination of factors or anything in particular that you just felt like you guys really grasped onto there?
Yeah, I thought we started to fight a little bit after a really bad start. Went down 20 in the first half. We won the second quarter. We won the third quarter by a point. But, I mean, we played better than we did to start. But, we went to another level, obviously. In the fourth, that group to start was outstanding. And then all the way through, we stopped scoring there for a little while. Last 5 or 6 minutes, we couldn't get it going. But we just kept stringing stops together and stopped them from moving the scoreboard. So it was a big-time effort.
You guys, kind of demonstrated some perseverance throughout the night, and it seemed like one of the guys that was a catalyst to that was Kenrich. What stood out to you about his game? I know you could say it almost any night, but it just seemed like an extra degree of needed tonight from him.
Yeah, I mean, he was all over the glass down the stretch, and he was everywhere in the fourth. But I also thought he was like the first guy to get us going early. Like he was the first one in the first quarter that I really thought tried to bring an edge to the game and get us turned around. I mean, we've played at a really high level effort-wise for a long period of time now, and we just really dipped below the bar early. And when you do that, your two choices are either you lose or you got to turn it. And he was, I thought, the first guy to be stubborn about it and really try to bring some juice to the game. So he was great all the way through, but that was what I was most impressed with him tonight.
Mark, obviously you tend to start those fourth quarters with the J-Dub Hartenstein lineup. What went into the thought process of starting the quarter with Shea and those guys?
Yeah, it wasn't planned. A little bit of everything. He had 4 fouls, so by getting him in the third, you shorten his game a little bit. Dub got it going in the third, and kind of paced us. So usually I'd get him off earlier, but I was just kind of reacting to his little flurry. And then, when the game's not going the way you want it to go, sometimes my job is to try to manufacture something and try to change the energy in the game, and it's a little bit of that too. But the guys, I can't do that unless we've got a highly adaptive group of guys, and we do. Jay Will's another great example. I sat him in the first half because I wanted to try going small, and then he comes back in end of the second and is much better and really good. And then he was a huge part of that run, and we outscored them by 18 when he was in the game. So if the guys weren't as adaptive as they are, I wouldn't be able to do that.
And you watched the first quarter, and
you said I watched the first quarter?
Yeah.
I wish I didn't.
Well, then you watched the fourth quarter, and obviously 24. I don't know that you guys have done that exact kind of run to a lot of teams, but considering the basketball is a game of runs, does it feel like that sort of run for you guys is kind of inevitable now, that you're always sort of capable of this sort of kill shot type of run?
We can't rely on it, that's for sure. We want to be a team that has a level that we play to as consistently as possible on as many possessions as possible. I think that's been a strength of our team this year. I thought if we lost this game, I would have talked about how uncharacteristic that was. And so it was uncharacteristic, but I gave the team credit in there. When you're below the bar, you got to try to course correct as fast as possible. You don't want to have to do it the next morning at a breakfast meeting. And to their credit, great recognition when we're not where we want to be. And then, like I said, K-Rich, is a great example. Dort tonight really took it to another level. Jay Will, Joe, in the second half, I thought we had some guys that were real catalysts in that game, just with their energy and physicality and mental stubbornness to not go away.
Dort's defense on Herro to start the fourth seemed to really spark a lot of what happened. Could you just touch on, from your perspective, the level he can reach as an on-ball point of attack defender?
Yeah, it's just amazing. These are great players he's guarding. Herro's a great player. Great player. And it's just amazing how hard he makes you work for your stuff. I mean, that's really the secret sauce. It's not that he can clamp them and lock them down, per se, though he gets to that in stretches of the game. These guys are too good, but just the physical energy and focus that they have to exert when they play against him is what's always impressed me about him. And he's the kind of guy that you look at guarding you, and it's like, man, I'm going to have to earn every point I get tonight. And his relentlessness with that and his spirit with that is just so impressive, because he's always taking shots. He's getting screened more than anybody in the league. He's getting illegally screened screen more than anybody in the league, and he's having more shots go in over him than anybody in the league because of who he's guarding, and he just keeps coming.
Was there anything that you'd point to besides just shot making that really turned around the game offensively?
I mean, it was a defensive, turn. It was a defensive hole we dug ourselves. They were 19 of 23 in the paint in the first half for 38 points or something like that, I think. And then in the second half, they only made 4 field goals in the paint. They only had 13 attempts in the paint. And so that was the game tonight. It was just the defensive intensity. Obviously, there's some shot making, in both of it, but I just thought we made them earn everything. And then that was able to get our offense going.
Anybody else? Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you.